So congratulations on this announcement, but that's a longer-term goal as far as this electrification of about half your fleet by 2030. The near-term pressures are very real because of COVID outbreaks and the supply chain and the chips and the high price of commodities and the like. Can I just get to start before we talk about the EV push? How concerned are you by this, outbreak, if you will, of this Omicron variant that could potentially disrupt supply chains again for Nissan?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me today. And yes, indeed, that this situation of the pandemic and the chip supply shortage are very impacting the industry. So how we can further to anticipate to be ready for the business continuity is going to be a key for us. So far, our company were able to manage this FY21 of our outlook, and we are steadily growing and doing the progress at the right pace versus the Nissan Next. Definitely, we need to further to work with the partner supplier to make sure supply chain is going to recover in terms of this semiconductor, and which is very, very something that we need to be further anticipate for sure.
How specifically are you concerned by this new variant, Omicron?
Well, this is something, first of all, I would like to further to make the right level of the company care to our employee, to the family, to the partner, how we can make sure not to be affected, how we can make sure to continue to do so in the company and moving our business. Again, I would say we need to anticipate many cases, and we have to make sure that our business are going to run at the right pace despite of all the uncertainty or this new virus is coming to the world. So this is something that we are discussing a lot in our global basis to make sure, again, to first our employee and the family of their safety and the health that has to be taken care of the company. And we do put a lot of priority onto that and a focus onto that.
Let's shift our focus to this big $18 billion, it's 2 trillion yen investment schedule over the next 5 years or so to electrify about half your fleet by 2030. How do you plan to fund this 2 trillion yen investment in EVs?
Well, we are planning this 2030 Nissan ambition. This is where we want to be, what we are aiming for. We want to make sure to provide safer, cleaner, inclusive world, how the Nissan can make our company's value proposition. And as you mentioned, the 2 trillion yen of the investment is quite huge, but we are already been investing for electrified vehicle up until today at the 1 trillion level. And definitely we are talking about the product portfolio shift more onto the electrified vehicle, where that ICE vehicle investment and the new electrified vehicle investment to balance that out, while we are going to further to keep the momentum of the Nissan Next, which means that the fixed cost optimization and also that the revenue enhancement with the new vehicle to have our presence. So all this balance, I'm very confident that we can make this future investment while we are growing our company itself.
Have you considered maybe issuing green bonds for this? This is an environmentally friendly announcement as you electrify more of your fleet. Would green bonds be something you'd be looking at?
We are in discussion with the government how we can further to enhance our electrification strategy. And along with that, we are talking many opportunity how we can collaborate with each government of the regulation or any funds, how we can contribute. Of course, this cannot be done alone. And I would like to further to talk with our partner or partnership with designated government or any kind of sector, how we together can make our cleaner, safer industry as a whole world. And I think this is a lot of good discussion that we are implementing with the designated parties today.
Could you kindly break down that 2 trillion yen figure? How much of that would be towards new vehicle design, and perhaps a more critical cog would be as well, investment in batteries? Because you have a partnership with Shanghai-based Envision, but what's your plan for batteries?
Yeah, we already have announced today we will further to continue with our partnership with Envision, and we will further to drive our cost optimization on the lithium-ion battery with a cobalt-less technology that we are going, and we will reduce that optimization of the cost. Along with that, we want to further to invest for the all-solid-state battery, where this battery technology can allow more variety of the vehicle of the EV on the future. So this is what we are working simultaneously. Again, this is going to be with a partnership discussion at what will be the core technology that the Nissan is going to make as in the core of the domain of the company, and further to evolve our value to the customer. And again, I would like to emphasize, we are been working this for many years. We are the first company who made the lithium-ion battery commercialized in the industry. We do have 11 years of the LEAF experience with customer and with a partner. So we would like to further to demonstrate what Nissan can bring under this electrification strategy to the customer, to the world.
We just got those numbers for October as well. Global output for Nissan was down 21.5%. Second month in a row, really, where there's feeling lots of pain. We know the supply chain constraints. Can you give me an update right now what your assessment will be for the chip supply, the shortage that we have right now? How are you faced with it right now?
Yeah, we are still a lot of the working with a partnership, and the chip supply situation hopefully to become better in coming the next couple of months, step by step. We had a lot of a peak of the shortage of supply in the past, which as many industry or OEMs, or including ourselves, we wanted to recover that in the second half, but the situation today is not that optimistic. So therefore, we want to revive our volume in the first half announcement, unfortunately, but that is something realistic because we want to have a realistic view how we can further to discuss with our partner to recover the situation of this business continuity plan.